Rasputin, the War Mind. The most powerful artificial intelligence humanity ever created. With an arsenal to match. Thousands of war sets, primed to obliterate any and all threats to humanity. But when the greatest threat of all arrived, it nearly tore Rasputin apart. I saved the pieces of him that I could, encrypted them in a specialized engram. I've been trying to restore him in an experimental exoframe, but every attempt I've made has failed. Until he's back online, all of his weaponry is up for grabs. And it's only a matter of time before his warsats fall into the wrong hands.
Savathun couldn't conceal every thought. Some I stole. One of Neptune. The collapse. A turning point. It's a blur. I cannot focus.
Pass me the wrench?
The Hidden found nothing there, but I saw it. Through the Witch Queen's eyes. A city set against the waves.
Sounds like a trick.
Ikora thinks I need to rest. The gall. You've really made no progress while I was indisposed.
Is that why you're here, Osiris?
Ikora won't listen.
Wonder where she got that from. Red's scrambled in there. Degrading. He's dying.
The War Mind is our greatest bastion of Golden Age data. I need what it knows.
I've tried everything. I can't even access his protocols.
But perhaps your grandfather could.
Osiris? That man? No. Clovis Bray is a maniac. A selfish, murderous monster.
So was Rasputin. But it might be the only option I have left. Just as Clovis might be yours. When did hope cease to require risk?
Hey, Guardian. Thanks for tagging along. We're gonna go have a chat with Clovis about Rasputin. Osiris, say hi.
Young Wolf. Anna. Like old times.
Osiris, you seeing this? Perimeter defense is tripped. They've never done that. I don't think Clovis is trying to kill us, but...
Could be anything. We should keep our distance until the Guardian locks a transmat signal for us.
LZ's a little hot. Got you as close as I could without blowing us all up.
An outcome we all applaud. It appears your grandfather is under siege.
Mm-hmm. He elicits that sort of reaction.
If Clovis is in danger, so is our mission.
Wow. Noted. Perimeter defense is definitely still lethal. That's not right. The perimeter towers aren't accepting my credentials. Perimeter defense is zeroing in on you. Find some cover. I don't believe for a second House Salvation hacked Clovis's firewall. Maybe the Vex, but he'd implode the lab before suffering the indignity of losing it.
If that is even a remote possibility, we cannot miss our only chance at restoring the Warmind.
Yeah. I'll try to let him know we're coming so he doesn't do anything stupid.
A cryptolith? It cannot be.
Xivu Arath's been avoiding Europa. Why move into Aramis's territory now?
Root them out, Guardian. Leave only their ashes. Cryptolith recedes as its defenders wane. It must not be fully established.
Nice to have an easy solve. I still can't raise Clovis, but I've got the doors to the sublevels open.
Wrathborn made from House Salvation stock. A gruesome fate. If they knelt to the witness, this is a logical step.
I don't know.
Are Xivu and Aramis not allies working towards the same cause?
Of opportunity, maybe. Aramis doesn't strike me as the type to tolerate subjugation. That acolyte's glowing? Oh, please tell me that thing's not a bomb.
No, it is Xivu's toxin eye. Bring down the one channeling it. They've sighted you. Slay them all.
That is alarmingly loud.
Rings with Xivu Roth's battle song. Silence it. The Hive's presence is an omen. There is more to this than we know.
I'm getting that feeling myself. You sound worried.
Even a single cryptolith provides Xivu Arath influence enough to worry. Don't wait long. Clovis may be in danger, and more tomb ships flood Europa's sky every second.
Then let's not give them any time to pin us down. What the hell? The lab's protocols are cannibalizing each other.
Cryptoliths incite conflict in mind and mechanism alike. Even the sturdiest blades eventually bend to Xivu Arath's will.
Wait, I think I found him. Hello?
Who is that? Anastasia?
The one and only.
Of course it's you. Remedy this immediately. We want minimal collateral.
Stop whining. The Guardian's already on your doorstep.
security frames are overrun. Is this another example of your over-promise, under-deliver attitude?
Huh. None of that sounded like, Anna, please help me. I need you. They're killing me. Ow.
A simple yes would satisfy.
More cryptoliths.
They want my brain, Anastasia. The access it provides, the secrets I keep. They're trying to pry me open.
They don't just want his secrets. They want him. Brought to submit.
Someone's going to have to tell them that's company property. Guardian?
Security breached. Contact. Position compromised. Brain asset. Finally. Now go reset creation security protocols. Return control to me.
There you are. Establishing transmat connection.
Gramps, let's skip the dancing and cut to the chase.
Anastasia, I'm pleasantly surprised to see you without your sister. What was it you said last time we spoke?
Pretty sure it was screw you.
Putting that linguistics degree to good use. Who is this?
I am Osiris, Phoenix of the Dark Age, and Scholar of the Cosmos. I have no equal.
Cute.
You impertinent son of a...
See? He's impossible. We'll find another way to help Rasputin.
Rasputin? The war mind is operational? Fascinating.
His source code's corrupted. I don't know how to fix it, but you do.
Ugh. You were always too preoccupied teaching the war mind to feel, to learn how it functioned.
What don't I know?
Simply everything, Anastasia. But yes, I will help you. Because you need it. And because no one else can.
How uncharacteristically altruistic of you.
My motive isn't complicated. It's exhausting to watch the grains of my legacy slip through my progeny's fingers.
Self-preservation. That is simple. Partition your AI protocols onto this. I'll link you into my workshop. Then we rebuild Rasputin.
Splendid. Once I am in control, all will be as it should be. The war mind will rise again.
Your grandfather is insufferable.
Told you. Let's get him back to the helm.
A crude, incomplete shell. Still, I must admit that its storage capacity vastly exceeds that of a standard exoframe. It will have to do for now. These Wrathborn present a far more pressing concern. If they can seize control of Warmind technology, then it stands to reason that the Warsats are their ultimate goal. We must secure the Warsat network ourselves before it's too late. Rebuilding the Warmind is now humanity's top priority. Rasputin was designed to partition itself into sub-minds as a resiliency measure. In the event of a catastrophic failure, reintegrating them into the AI core would repair the broken Warmind. Most of the facilities housing those sub-minds are now defunct. A scant few remain, but the Wrathborn have likely fortified their locations. Infiltrate said facilities. Retrieve the sub-mind data from the vaults within. With the sub-minds in hand, we can upload Rasputin to the Warsat network on board its orbital hub. I am aware that Anastasia does not hold a high opinion of me. But let it not be said that I left humanity to fend for itself.
My Corsairs whisper your name, Guardian. You have found yourself an adversary in Xivu Arath, and a cunning opportunist in Clovis. Yes, we are always watching. A protective eye to precede an assisting hand. I bring information. With Nezarec out of play, our enemies pursue a killing stroke. Aramis has yet to resurface, but in her absence, agents of Xivu Arath swarm Europa. House Salvation seems to be assisting them in despoiling Clovis Bray's installations. While I've yet to discern an exact strategy, Anna and I agree they may be trying to wrest control of the Warmind's power on the Witness's behalf. I fear they're forging inroads for an invasion. Xivu Arath's forces mobilize within the Ascendant Plane. My scouts report her hive prepare to assault the Warmind's bunker on the moon. The submind that rests there is in danger. Shape this knowledge into deathly intent for our enemies, and the Warmind may yet be restored. Xivu Arath's battle song emboldens her soldiers. End it.
Setting that perimeter tower to friendly. You're welcome.
Zivu Arath moves in the open, but I worry we are missing a piece of our enemy's plan.
Maybe for now, but we'll have a war mind up and running soon. If anyone can outmaneuver Zivu Arath, it's Rasputin. Patch me in and I'll get that door open again. Cracked it. You and Ghost are clear to move. Vault security re-up. You know what to do, Guardian. You were right, Mara. That Scorn's definitely trying to corrupt the submind and using some weird interface to copy out files. Luckily, it looks like Malahayati's rewriting itself with repair protocols every time we clear the bunker, so damage is minimal.
I suspect the witness is treating this Scorn as a living archive, copying important information to its mind for safekeeping. Troubling.
Vault open. All right, Malahayati, here we come.
My Corsairs report movement in the ley lines surrounding the moon. Your mission's success draws attention.
Let them come.
The great Clovis Bray, finally risen from your frozen tomb. To what do we owe the presence of this revenant?
He means to help us restore the war mind, so that we may wield its knowledge against the witness.
We need him to save Rasputin's life.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Both such noble endeavors for a man as vile as he. I am not convinced, and I hope neither are you.
Kaido's forces tried to secure this facility ahead of us, but they weren't able to make it past the towers. Keep out of sight.
When the war mind is fully restored, we'll need this location to access the orbital station and its Warsat network.
I know. One step at a time. All right. You're at the bunker entrance. No idea what internal defenses are like. Stay alert.
Look at the state of this facility. It's an absolute travesty. I've re-established level 1 security clearance, opening the door for you, Guardian.
Power situation down here is pretty bleak. Our enemies are harvesting arc energy from the reactor. You'll need to restore power to the inner doors to press forward. This place really is in rough shape, isn't it?
You should be able to reboot the main reactor up ahead. I think the facility will hold together.
You think? crow's field reports. Stand in those pools of soul fire. The energy should let you bypass those hive shields.
The console should be activated now. It will allow you to restart the facility's auxiliary reactor.
Auxiliary reactor is online and the station is powered up. Gonna make it look like we were trying to find some information in the digital archives here.
I've taken the liberty of preparing a power reroute switch for the launch authorization systems. Though it appears Rasputin has changed the launch codes, I'm locked out.
We'll hit that next time. Keep the baddies guessing until we're ready to make our move. Good work, Guardian. Let's get you out of here before reinforcements arrive. Two submine cores in the bag and launch pods scouted. So, we're making progress. Ikora officially wants us wrangling this situation. She'd like Osiris in a hands-off role, but he's watching Clovis like a judgmental hawk. It's kind of adorable, actually, and I'm here for it. We got lucky, touching down on Europa when we did. Rasputin could have predicted this, maybe even prevented it. If Xivu Arath acts on the Witness's orders and uses the Warsat network against us, it doesn't even need full power to cause an extinction-level event. We're making progress. Just keep saying it, Anna. Repeat it until it is real. You too, Guardian. We're gonna manifest this together.
Of course, Rasputin changed the launch codes. That blasted paranoid machine. I never understood Anastasia's obsession with teaching the war mind independent thought. That only made it more difficult to control. No matter. I will find the new launch codes eventually. But the station will prove useless if we do not rebuild Rasputin first. Even with the Malahayati submine reintegrated into its AI core, the war mind is incomplete. We must find another source of data. I will put my mind to the task. In the meantime, continue retrieving submine data from the vaults that we know remain intact. And do try to minimize the damage to the surrounding equipment. It is still Braytech property, after all.
Working late.
Aren't you?
Zane wants to know if you'd like some tea, coffee, whatever it is you drink.
That's thoughtful of him.
I used to say the same thing. How thoughtful. Thank you, Saint. Except I never looked up. Not once. My eyes were on my fingers stained with ink. The smudges on the margins of my work. I cared more about my findings than the tea cooling beside me. Or the feelings of the man who made it. You're not listening.
I am listening.
Then listen well. Your work will outlive you. The people around you might not. One day you're going to wake up, assuming you've even slept at all, and realize that the world is a very different place than the last time you remembered to look at it. You will abruptly, viscerally regret the absence of something as small as a single cup of tea. So I ask you again, what would you like to drink?
Oolong. With a spot of honey.
A spot of honey. Why am I not surprised?
Sub-level door is opening now.
Xivu Arath's battle song emboldens her soldiers. End it.
Thermopylae protocol. Progressive. Ammunition reserves 7%.
Submine vault's locked down tight, but the maintenance shafts are just big enough to fit you and all that armor. Happy crawling.
I never knew there was a submind housed in Europa. Neither did the Vanguard's archives. Which submine is this?
I had the same question. Turns out it's not really a submind, not in the traditional sense. It's more like a foundational AI framework they all use. one big shrieky eye. Guardian, get gouging.
Anastasia, what drew you back to the Bray name after all these years? It's clear that your memory is fragmented at best.
I woke up attached to my badge. Got caught up chasing the promises of the Golden Age before I learned about who you really were.
And now you're taking on my life's work as your own. It seems you truly will always be a Bray.
He's lying! That's what he does! That's all he does!
Clovis is the only one who knows how to reintegrate Rasputin with his subminds.
Did he tell you how? Or is he just dangling it in front of you so that you keep him around?
I remember a dinner that ended like this. Elizabeth, you haven't changed a day.
Are you sure he has what you need?
I haven't verified, but
But he's the only hope left. As much as you'd like to deny it, Elizabeth, I'm the best you've got.
Go to hell. I'm here now. We should talk more, later. Without him around.
I'm sorry you had to see that. They've always been very emotional. Why don't we get down to business? I have found a solution to our submind problem. Your arrogant friend, Osiris, informed me of the time wounds on Mars. Windows into the past, worlds lost to time. And it so happens that Rasputin's mind lab is situated within such a temporal anomaly. Scans indicate that the Charlemagne submind data still exists within the wound's projected time period. Copying it into the engram will provide code fragments we need to restore Rasputin. Go retrieve additional submind data, then return to the Seraph facility. I will guide you to the location of the new launch codes upon your arrival.
Elsie, good to have you with us. Give us the rundown.
Likewise. Mara tells us the Witness's soldiers focus on Mars and threaten the submind Charlemagne.
So we kill them and take Charlemagne. Is it any more complicated than that?
Why are you here?
To oversee my project. Our project.
Then fall in line. Anna, it's your command.
By all means.
You're in the thick, Guardian. Hive, taken. Pretty sure they know you're coming now.
Then there's no time to waste.
The Warmind's entire network architecture is exquisitely preserved. I'm surprised, Anastasia. Spoke too soon. Why are those escalation nodes writhing?
It's a hive infestation, short-circuiting the campus's systems.
Hang on, Jinju. We're in for some chop.
Death Tongue spotted. Target that Acolyte Guardian.
The Hive are sending an ogre. Data link established. Port numbers. Okay, that's part one. Moving back to a holding pattern. Good luck. acknowledged. Encryption cipher accepted. Almost there.
Restore.
Entrance to the Futurescape is, gunked.
Anna, I see PDT refraction cores in the armory stock.
Ooh. One high-powered laser requisitioned and delivered.
Be careful with that.
Heat signatures converging on your position.
Allow me to get the door. What is this? Who rewrote these commands?
I did. And then the Hive did, apparently. Sit tight.
Open sesame.
What a fully operational war mind could do in this day and age.
In the wrong hands, it would be catastrophic.
And I have every reason to believe we will prevent that eventuality.
Coming in hot. Perimeter towers in range. Stay hidden, Guardian.
With proper oversight, our oversight, this place could be the new seat of humanity's power.
Rasputin can make his own decisions. He learned to trust when we trusted him. It's not anyone's right to control him.
Elizabeth, consider this. A weapon to end every dark future before it begins.
Or to usher in 1,000 others.
My granddaughter, if you don't claim power, someone else will.
Moving back to a holding pattern. Good luck.
This is where Charlemagne sleeps. Beautiful, isn't it?
It's a step in the right direction. Wait. Wrathborn reinforcements are converging on the futurescape. How long do we have? Minutes. Maybe less. Not enough to hack the vault, but I can snag some more lasers.
Those have significant yield, Anastasia. These instruments are delicate. Any damage...
To hell with your precious facility! Guardian, cut your way in!
Details later. Patch me in. I'll start the core transfer and seal the doors behind you.
This night attacked the Dreaming City when it harbored Savathun. He is one of Xivu's most trusted.
Good! His death will send a poignant message.
Core seated and locked. Fire team clear for extraction.
What were they doing here, with all of this ceremonial paraphernalia?
I've seen this before. A possession. To install a hive soul in place of the Warmind's AI.
The Elixni believe machines have spirits. Red certainly feels alive.
Ridiculous.
You're one to talk.
We are not a clever sequence of logic, Elizabeth. Our minds are human.
Well, hers is.
I've rerouted power to the launch security systems. We're clear to commence today's operation. Gain access to the facility and secure the launch codes.
One snag. Looks like the Hive have sealed the bunker entrance we used last time. Head to the launch facility roof. We should be able to make an entrance up there.
vent connects to the bunker. Blast it off and head in. I remember Eris saying something about Hive using crystals to maintain their barriers. Take them out.
Crystals, rituals. This is absurd. That's obviously an emitted Casimir field with...
I muted, Grandpa. You're welcome.
How long have I been on mute?
Clear that command room, Guardian.
network is operational. I detect no changes to the underlying system architecture. I've secured the launch authorization codes, but it appears they are encrypted. This encryption method is superb. I will need time to fully decrypt them. Any launch will need to wait.
Got it. In the meantime, I'll ping some of the old decommissioned bunkers here to cover our tracks, because I just got word that there's a catch inbound. We don't want to still be here when it lands. First fragments are bonding to Red's code nicely. Our plan's risky, but I'll be damned. Clovis wasn't lying. When I first woke up, I wasn't lost. I was wayward in the best way. Just my ghost and a name on a badge. I imagined us Brays using reason to find right. Lone lights exploring the vast frontier, you know? I was proud of that fantasy. I modeled myself after it. Fantasies, all it was, obviously. I mean, you've met Clovis. He's a walking, talking embodiment of necessary evil. I miss Risk being a dark cave in the wilderness. Danger, or Golden Age tech. Balancing that tipping point was straightforward. Now it's less defined. And Risk is measured in the inches before Clovis's knife finds my back. I know it's coming, eventually. But if it means getting Red back, I'll manage the risk.
Not only did Rasputin change the launch codes, but it encrypted the new ones as well. Impressive. One can never be too cautious when keeping secrets. Some information is far too dangerous to remain freely accessible. I've hidden many things from my family, for their own sake. I can appreciate Rasputin's decision to do so as well. But that does not change our objective. We must wrest control of the warsats for the good of humanity. I will begin decrypting the launch codes to the orbital station, continue gathering submine data and reintegrating it into the engram. When the time comes, Rasputin will be made to listen to us, regardless of the secrets it keeps.
But she doesn't listen. I try to get through to her, show her the logical consequences of her choices. Then she digs her heels in, and the more I push, the harder she pushes back, even when she knows she's wrong.
Siblings,
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have thrown all that on you.
How long have we known each other, Elsie?
It's hard to really say. With how many times we've been down this road, it feels like forever. But I think... years. Years.
And in all that time, I've only known you as a dedicated sister. Anna's known you for far less. You remember your childhood, the bonds you formed, the trust you built together. She doesn't have that. Anna can't understand the depth of your love or the guilt you carry for your missteps. All she knows is what's in front of her, and that kills you, little by little. You gaze at her and a ghost gazes back. A ghost you desperately want to save.
That's the point, isn't it?
You have to let people choose for themselves, or you risk driving them down an even darker path than the one you want to steer them from. And we both know how that ends. Don't we?